Morning, my friends. MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa here. Happy New Year to you. Starting the year off on a fairly quiet note. We do have a storm system moving through today and tomorrow and even into Thursday. But it's not really a ferocious storm system in at least the southern half, southern two-thirds of Michigan. In fact, that's why I'm calling it winter on hold. So, hey, good morning, everyone. Hey, good morning, Mackenzie McDonald from Alpena. Beautiful part of the state, unsung part of the state, right? And a lot of you that live there say, hey, don't tell anybody. All right, let's get to it and show you what's going on. We're going to look at the short term. It's mostly rain. And then we get into some snow on the backside of the storm system, mostly light. And we're going to look extended to see when winter returns, if we can even see out that far. Hey, good morning, Chris Fletcher. Thanks for watching. And Karen Jacobs from Bay City. Hello. And Dwight Rank from Jackson. So here we go. The radar this morning showing rain from Midland area through Mount Pleasant, solidly through the whole Grand Rapids area, Kalamazoo, Lansing, Jackson, and in the southeast, all moving toward the east northeast. So if you don't have rain yet in Saginaw and Bay City, you will. And if you don't have rain yet in Flint, you will in a few hours. And you notice really on the backside of this, no large shield right now of winter precipitation. Now, I should tell you that if you're traveling to the UP, they're under winter weather advisory for 2 to 5 inches of snow late today, tonight, and maybe a light coating of some ice. But hey, check this out. We're on the warm side of the storm, so we actually have the chance of a thunder shower. Nothing severe, but, with this storm system, the Storm Prediction Center put us under a general risk of a thunder shower from Midland, Bad Axe on southward. Hey, wouldn't that be a novel idea? Starting off the year with a rumble of thunder. All right, so let's look now at the future. We're going to look at the European model. Generally, it does quite well. So, it's the US model oftentimes mimics it, but since it does so well, I rarely show you anything else unless you need to see it. Val Jones, good morning to you and to Plymouth. And Wendy Karpinski, good morning, Lansing. Craig Schowler, thank you very much. Okay, so we're going to go out 10 days with this. So this is this afternoon and this evening. And what you're seeing is 6-hour amounts of precipitation. So you're looking at, 1/10 to 4/10 of an inch of rain this afternoon. And we go through the night tonight. Also remember, the red lines signify warm temperatures aloft at 5,000 feet, warm enough for no snow. So we're into tomorrow. We're still showery. And then the colder air starts to ooze in. This is Thursday morning and Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. So what that says is as the storm center kind of slowly pokes our way, we get in colder air aloft, and then the rain changes over to snow showers. And when you're looking at the gray, that's a 6-hour amount of less than 1/10 of an inch. So you're talking fairly light snow by early January standards. Hey, good morning, Stacy Grimshaw, and good morning, Al Gross in Port Huron. So, any winter this week across lower Michigan? Thursday night, 1 or 2 inches of snow. Hey, we got a fellow Italian, Maureen Bracelardi. Good morning, Ortonville. Weekend, a storm system shifting to our south. That's a couple of inches of snow through Ohio. So if you're traveling this weekend, you want to keep an eye on that. That's midday Saturday. That's kind of a mess. marginal temperatures for it to stick on roads, but down to the south, I always hear they don't do real well on that stuff. And then this is next Monday and next Tuesday and next Wednesday and next Thursday. So a little cooler, but winter on hold. Here's another perspective of that for you, showing the precipitation types. And so this is this afternoon. It's rain. And there's the UP in the snow tonight and tomorrow. And then you can see as we get into Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, that upper level storm system brings some snow showers across our region. You could get a slick road because we're still, we'll be 28 to 30, 32 degrees at that point. And then there's your Saturday snow, which can come across the southern third of the state and then to the south. All right, temperatures. Highs today will range from near 60 at Coldwater to 50 at Jackson and Ann Arbor and Detroit, to 40-ish in Grand Rapids and Lansing and Flint, Saginaw Bay City, the thumb about 40, and then you get into the northern half of Lower Michigan and you're about 35 degrees today. Tomorrow, again, near 60 in the Detroit, Ann Arbor area. That's probably a morning type thing. Still 40s, Grand Rapids, Lansing, Saginaw Bay City, and 30s in the north. And then we go to Thursday. Hey, good morning, Michael Gieb from Tucson, Arizona. We have snow up in the mountains. Okay. So Thursday's a little cooler. I wouldn't call it really wintry, 34 to 38. And then Friday, about 34 to 38. And Saturday, 34, 35-ish. And Sunday, 35-ish. And then Monday, sneaking back to near 40. And next Tuesday, 38 to 40. Wednesday, low 40s. And next Thursday, upper 30s. So that's why I'm saying that winter is on quote unquote hold. I'm not saying that we're going to be warm. Well, of course, in the southeast today and in the far south, near 60 is very warm for January. Possibly even some isolated record high temperatures. But what I'm saying is that, with normal highs now, in the next couple of weeks are going to bottom out. Our climatological high and low temperature will bottom out in the upper 20s to low 30s in the southern half of Lower Michigan. So when you're talking 35 to 40, you're 5 degrees, 10 degrees warmer than normal. That's not record, but it certainly means you're sneaking through some of the coldest part of the year with not extremely cold weather. So there you see the temperatures. Now, let's look out into the future. Let's have some fun. You only get this here, folks. We're going to actually look out 45 days. We got to see when winter returns. Winter will return, definitely. And, a lot of you use this theory that, hey, if we're so quiet and mild for a couple of weeks in January, it means we're going to get slammed. That's a potential, but in this day and age with the warmer polar regions, it's not always a foregone conclusion. But let's look at what some of the modeling says, okay? So what you're looking at are the surface temperatures off the European model, surface anomalies. So when you see, for example, I'm showing you this afternoon's forecast for surface anomalies. Hey, good morning, Jenny Steele. So when you see reds and then these colors that go past the reds, you're talking 10, 15, 20 degrees warmer than normal, significantly warmer than normal. When you see the blues and the greens, you're talking significantly colder than normal. So let's go through over the next, this will take us out 15 days. And as I showed you, as we get into the weekend, we're not warm, but we're a few degrees warmer than normal. And then as we get into next Monday and now Tuesday, we continue to generally have a slightly warmer than normal look. And then as we get into next Thursday, now we're to Friday, the 13th of January. Still no cold air mass building to the north. And remember, I always tell you that it's hard for us to get extremely cold if just to our north in southern and central Canada is not extremely cold. We can have a little cold spell ooze around that heat, but it can't be really cold. So when you see red up to the north, it means we're going to have a tough time being extremely wintry. Now we're out to next Saturday and Sunday, January 15th. Warmth hanging in there. Now we're Monday, January 16th. We're Tuesday, January 17th. We end it at January 18th. Hey, howdy, Bob Clark. Roy Swinehart, I'm sorry. This is the downside. Ice fishing. That'll be very tough. All right. So, let's look at one more thing here. And that is the European out to 45 days. And so here we go. We're into January 27th. We're into February 1st. The first time this model even shows us going slightly colder than normal is in the first week of February. So, in other words, winter is on hold, not totally gone, but winter's on hold. We'll keep you updated on any little isolated storm systems that bring an inch or two or three and some slick roads for a short time. But in general, nothing like what we had heading up toward the Christmas holiday, where we had a widespread Great Lakes Northeast type snowstorm. Hey, there's your weather update. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update.